Yeah, sadly we can't have two all-English finals, although both finals, would you believe, the Europa League final on the 26th of May and the Champions League final on the 29th of May, both of those are live on talkSPORT. And of course you'll hear Chelsea, your team, against Man City. You'll hear my team, Man United, against Villarreal. You won't hear them against Arsenal because Arsenal are out of the competition. I know lots of Arsenal fans want to have their say. 08717223344. We've got lots of stuff in tonight's show. I won't go through it because it could be like last night's show where we just keep moving stuff to accommodate you. Because as I say always, Monday to Thursday from 10 p.m, this show is dictated by you, the football fan. So as long as you phone up, we'll always have time for you. So if you've got something to say, not just Arsenal fans, but football fans and United fans as well, if you want to talk about that game. United lost 3-2 away at Roma, but it doesn't matter. They won 5-8 on aggregate. They were always going through 08717 223344. I'll be brief with my analysis of Arsenal because everyone wants their say. Everyone's going to talk in exactly the same manner. Arsenal were absolutely appalling tonight. When they held up at the end, that there were 5 minutes or 4 minutes of added on time, they didn't play any different in that added on time than they did throughout the 90 minutes. They were lacklustre. They had no belief. They had no energy. They had no enthusiasm. I didn't really understand from team selections when you've got someone like Martinelli who played really, really well, could have been man of the match against Newcastle at the weekend, while he was left on the bench. He didn't come on for, 66 minutes when Odegaard went off. You're desperate for a goal. Desperate for a goal. You take Aubameyang off for Lacazette. Play them both. I just, you know, I think Arteta's trying to be a little bit too clever, and I think if I was I think he's got to go. I see nothing of Arsenal fans. I know there are Arsenal fans out there that still believe give him time. Arsenal are 9th in the Premier League. They have a worse finish than they did last time. I think an Arsenal fan phoned up and said, like, this could be one of the worst finishes they have since Bruce Rioch. Arsenal are going backwards, and tonight proved it. They will finish the season without silverware. They will finish the season without Europa League. They will finish the season without Champions League. They are now a mid-table side. They are appalling.
Oh, dear. Look, so tonight... Good evening, by the way. Tonight, I actually wanted Arsenal to win. I wanted to see an all-English final because I felt that would be brilliant for us in the build-up and, of course, the night of that game. It doesn't really matter. I couldn't really care less. But it would have been nice to have had that to build up to.
Yeah, of course.
The Arsenal fans, you know, that week that we've got all England, we've got, you know, your mob and Arsenal, my mob and City, and it was a brilliant build up. And Arsenal have gone and sport it, and they're typical Gooners. Now, I wanted them to win tonight. So tonight, I have a little idea of how it feels to be a Gooner because I really wanted them to win.
Oh, really?
Okay,
I don't think you do.
But you saw me when it hit the post, right? You saw my... It's like, I'd love that to have gone through. That would have been brilliant, right?
Yeah.
And tonight, I know what it feels just a little bit like to be a Gooner. And it stinks. Honestly, it stinks. That's the biggest game of Arteta's managerial career. He hasn't been around long, you know. Was it 18 months or so? That's the biggest game of their season. Pathetic.
It was pathetic.
Pathetic.
It was pathetic.
That was a game where you wanted to go out and start with an intensity that you could set a tone and continue. And there was it was covering spaces. It was defending. It was not to concede. It was me trying to catch them on the break. Villarreal were too smart, too clever. They never looked like scoring, other than the header. There's 1 or 2 half chances. No, Aubameyang hit the post with a brilliant strike. They had the header when he hit the post and he came off. That's a missed opportunity because they did not give it a go tonight. They didn't. You know, sometimes when you have a big game and you just
throw everything.
You know, it just wasn't your day. Do you know those games where it's a massive game, but you know it just wasn't your day. That tonight, that wasn't one of those. That was the way that Arsenal played. Certainly first half, it felt like that they wanted the draw as much as Villarreal.
Yes, that's a very good description.
There was a lack of fight, enterprise, creativity, energy. I mean, it just lacked everything that you wanted to see in a game where your team need to get a goal.
But not only need to get a goal. Over the 2 legs, they haven't scored an open play. Think about that in a semi-final of a European competition over 2 legs. Arsenal haven't scored an open play.
They stunk the place out really away, and they weren't brilliant tonight. You know, they got what they deserved, I'm afraid, and. Honestly, if I was a Gooner now, and I feel a little, like I said, I know exactly how they must feel because a little tinge of it for me. I couldn't care less, quite frankly, but it'd have been nice to have seen that. Honestly, they must be fuming.
Has he got to go, Arteta?
I don't know whether he knows what he's doing, mate.
I don't think he does.
Based on that, the biggest game of his career and the biggest game of their season hinged tonight. That was not a performance that showed me that they knew about that. Nothing about that performance.
Why is he not picking Martinelli? Why is he taking off a striker and putting on a striker?
He's gone a little bit safe. He feared the away goal.
Right, but when you've got 10 minutes to go, why are you taking off a striker and putting a striker on?
I don't know why he didn't go 3 at the back. I don't know why he didn't throw every man 4. You know, if they concede at that stage, it's
Who cares?
you know, you've got it's risk and reward.
Yeah.
And I just flabbergasted at what I've seen tonight. Nothing there showed me this was the biggest game of their season, the biggest game of his career. Nothing. I mean, they'll tell us.
Do you think he should go? Well, he's got to, isn't he? There are no signs that Arsenal are going forward. They're not improving as a club, are they? They're going backwards.
There's very little evidence. There may be the odd game, there might be the odd performance, there might be a run, but there's nothing substantial that tells you that Arsenal are going in the direction that they need to go. They've done well to get to the semi-final, right? But they didn't do themselves justice tonight. That was pathetic.